But when you talk of this J curve, right? One of the differences AI has as opposed to typical software is that towards the end, where you are looking at 100% automation, right? The curve doesn't hit that, right? It starts to taper
Hmm.
very quickly. So if you look at Tesla today, right? Tesla is not 100% autonomous. It is almost there, but not yet. There is a gap between where they are today,
Hmm.
and it's a well-known fact among researchers that AI lives in these long tail of edge cases, right? And as your models become better, rather than improving the systems, counterintuitively, the effort needed to improve it by a delta goes exponentially higher, right? So the curve
Hmm.
starts to flatten because of that whole thing, right? Until we hit AGI, how do you think this part is going to play out?
Um, until we hit AGI, I think, for instance, we're already seeing it, right? So we started off with machine learning. I'll consider machine learning as the pre-LLM, so to speak, right? Okay. And then we got LLMs, and then we got multimodal LLMs, right? So we went from text, which is what LLMs did. Then we went to multimodal, which is multiple modes. For the viewers, right? The multimodal means we consume audio, video, images, and text, right? And we also produce them. But then there's reasoning. So then there's a new vertical of models. Then there's action models, right? So I think every time there's a gap that opens up, there'll be some sort of a large area of models that will be created that fulfills that need. And it's actually, if you think about it, at least for me, I think the LLMs plus the reasoning models plus the action models are what I would build a robo out of, because the LLMs understand the environment that you're in. The reasoning helps you compute with that, and the action allows you to interact physically, in an IoT manner, so to speak. So whether it's a 3D printer as an output, whether it's a sensor as an input, that drives the actions. So I think that's how the area will keep growing as we find flaws, as we find gaps. We will realize that one size doesn't fit all, and we have to come up with something different in an adjacency. But the sum of the parts will probably show us the way towards AGI, is what I feel.